I printed them out and I had them on my desk. Even for me to do that takes a lot with this way my brain works, and I kind of process them very hard. It's hard for me. But I'm biased because I worked for this company, Miro, but can I show you how I deliver my content to my clients?
Yeah, please.
I think it could work for you. I think it's the coolest software and it's so flexible. You could do anything with it.
You know what's funny? You suggested it to me back when working together, and I actually started using it with kind of my latest clients, and I've got kind of this one master document that has it, and it's like I've kind of gotten that feeling from it. I'm like, I feel like there's a lot you can do with this. I just don't. So yeah, I'd love
Why
to
don't
see
you
what you're
show me,
doing.
instead of me showing you, show me your board. I want to see it. I want to see what you're doing
Okay,
because that'll give me an idea of what you're trying to do and I can give you the options.
cool.
Uh, I have thought a lot about what people like about software and what it has to be like. And I've come to the conclusion that first of all, it has to be pretty. I've sold some really good software that was just ugly and people didn't like it.
Hmm.
And it has to be like simple to use, like intuitive. And
Pretty.
that's like what Miro is to me.
Okay, pretty and simple. Write that down. Can I ask you a question? Um, just about something you said a minute ago, just so I can understand better. So you
Yeah.
said what was the most impact like the go back to kind of like that most impactful thing about what working together. You're saying it was like process
You,
systemized
I
like
was, it was you, we didn't just talk about theories like you should try to be more like this. No, you're like, okay, here's what you're going to do, David. You're going to take this, you're going to do this.
hmm,
It was very prescriptive. And that's exactly what I needed because I was at like, I had no forward momentum at all in my life. Let me just open up this window. Hang on a second.
mhm.
So one thing that Miro can do is you can have all of those documents, like
Mm.
it'll give it all a place to live and you can easily duplicate it for each one of your clients. And you can have collaborative sessions based on them.
Okay.
And you can both see the board so you can have oversight over your client to make sure they're doing it or not. That kind of stuff.
Okay, nice. Let's see. Are you able to give me screen sharing
Oh yeah,
privileges?
yeah, yeah. I'm gonna change this setting. Go ahead.
All right. Can you see that?
Yep.
All right. So this is kind of the this is like a lesson. I want to take some of these tools and turn them into like I've kind of been thinking about how to apply them differently.
Yeah.
Um, this one's kind of like a
So whatever
model.
you build, so first of all, whatever you build in Miro, you can make a template out of and call it something.
Mm,
And then you can have it in like a drop down to plug it in to another board.
okay.
So just from these things you're building,
Yeah.
you make the template.
Okay. So what would you?
It's cheap.
Okay.
It's $8 a month, and I think I can get you a coupon.
Oh, sweet. All right, I'll do that
Yeah.
later. Awesome. Okay. So what would you like? How would you use this to deliver content?
Well, so just you can like take if you have those documents that you showed me those with those exercises on them. If you have them say in Google Docs,
Mm-hmm.
you could just take the URL from that Google when you're looking at and paste it into Miro, and it'll be a link. So Miro integrates with so many different type pieces of software.
Mm.
The Google Suite being one of them. Then it's like one place to go for any content related to your service. And then also it's collaborative. So actually, why don't you stop sharing? Let me show you what I'm doing.
Okay.
So
Mm.
I talked to a CEO of a company today, and this is all my prep for our conversation.
Mm-hmm.
So she filled out a questionnaire about our sales team.
Mm-hmm.
And so I clipped it all into Miro. And then I was dragged into these sticky notes and just had questions for her. And so then I got her on the phone and, we're looking at this at the same time. And I actually sent this access to this board in advance. I said, if you want to take a look at the questions I have for you. And she did do that. So, but this is an example of a client of mine. And so this is like a project timeline that I designed.
Oh, that looks really good.
And, all the things that we're working on together. This is actually a card that has other data in it. Like I'm helping them design Salesforce as a sales software. So there's all the things that I'm doing for him. And then we collaborate. Like these are all the issues that we're having with the software. And so this was like an exercise, like this axis is value, this axis is effort. And so which ones are low value, high value, low effort. We do those first, that kind of thing. And there's tons of templates already that you can look at, maybe kind of as a starting point for things that might kind of look like some of the documents that you have, and you can use start this and then edit it from there and then save it.
Okay. I like this.
And so it's it takes a little practice, but you can start making things look really nice if you take the time. And that's one, it integrates with a bunch of stuff. And then the other part of it is it's collaborative. You can be in here and just a place that you can be in while you're talking to your clients. And it's a kind of visual learning. So it's easier than, us taking notes on a notepad independently.
Yeah.
Something like that.
I like that. I like this a lot.
So
is this all organizationally? Is this all for one client?
Yes. So I have a different board for each client.
I see. Okay. So you think of it when you're using it. So you think of it as a whiteboard.
Yeah. Digital whiteboard.
Okay. Got it. So you can do anything you could do on it. Okay.
Yeah. But also plug in all different links to different software. Where you can see data from other software if you want. The basics would be, Office Suite or Google Docs.
Okay.
So
it is as far as, because sometimes I'll notice the text will be different sizes. How do you, if you create a new project, how do you get the scale right?
It's probably the hardest thing to do. So that means you've been using it if you've come across a problem. So yeah, it's maybe the biggest frustration with Miro is getting the scale right.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, it's not really like a presentation tool, so it doesn't have all the tools to make things super pretty.
Mm-hmm.
I was trying to find a Google Doc. Here. If I can just copy this link and go into Miro.
Oh, there's an app for it too. That's cool.
In Miro, but you can still see it and even call it up from Miro.
That's cool.
Yeah, so I could just envision you having whatever exercise that is, and then you got maybe come in here. Oh, again, here's the drawback, the scale thing.
So do you just kind of take a starting point and then just build from there?
Yeah, I'm sure there's some kind of video of these guys talking about best practices for how to keep things at the right scale.
Yeah, that's probably true.
Yeah. So, and you can bring a note, put in notes here.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. So, if you're really thinking about building another piece of software, that's a lot of work. If it's, to be incrementally better than something you could get out of the box and maybe configure, I would try to find, if it's not Miro, maybe something else, like Monday.com is one you may want to look at, or others where you can configure existing software. It's just going to be a lot faster than building something from the ground up and prettier, because They have a whole staff of people to make things pretty.
Yeah. No, I like this. This is good. Like you can like create tools, but you can also like design anything. This is I like this. Yeah, I kind of I kind of intuitively because I'd always I found myself like drawing on the Zoom whiting board or the Zoom whiteboard. And I'm just like I just don't like that tool, and it's hard to change and make it pretty. And I remember so I actually started using it a while ago. Um, I like it. It does a lot more. It looks
Yeah,
nice. So appreciate the suggestion.
sure, sure. So that was it. So you're just looking for some kind of technology. Huh? I remember you had sent me what were you had sent me questionnaires in the past. I know you want me to send me another one. What tool are you using for that?
Questionnaires are usually in. Well, now I'm using one called Jotform.
Okay.
Yeah.
Uh, so I would maybe check to see how that like links with Miro, or if there's maybe another tool that's similar that links with Miro.
That's a good idea. And then you could
Like,
feed all. You can connect it so it feeds all the data.
let's see.
Like, could you feed all the data into a table and just kind of start getting averages or getting like?
What would you call that? Oh,
It's like I want to put all the data in one place where I can look at it and categorize it by sort it different ways and look at it from different angles. Which I know you can kind of do in Google Sheets, but it's not like
let's see.
it's clunky.
Here's Typeform. Have you heard of Typeform?
Typeform was the one I was using Typeform before.
Okay, so Typeform integrates with Miro.
Okay, nice.
So, oh, let's try. So you just go to integrations, and then I don't know, you just connect it.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Sure, it's pretty intuitive. Anyway,
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm a little biased because I worked for them, but my clients have enjoyed it.
Yeah, dude. I like it. I've enjoyed using it. I appreciate you showing me that because shows me how to think about it. I wasn't thinking about it like in the full scope of it, right? I was thinking about it in very individual tools rather than as like a tool in and of itself.
Go to the help section. I have a ton of videos on the basics, all the different basic tools, and
Okay.
then how to use outside tools.
Mm-hmm.
If you invest, half an hour watching some videos, you'll be much better at it.
Okay. Awesome, man. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Sweet.
All right, man. Any chance you'll be in LA anytime soon? Or San Diego? I've been going to San Diego. The client I have now is actually in San Diego.
Nice.
In Del Mar.
Nice. I like Del Mar. My grandpa, my dad's dad had a house in Del Mar that we used to go to growing up.
Oh, nice.
Now I like went to like kind of the evil step aunt type of situation, but it was cool thing to do when I was younger. But yeah, so I know Del Mar. Funny you say that. Actually, I don't have solid dates yet, but around the end of this month, we're doing a family reunion with my whole mom side of the family in Oregon, and then from there, I'm gonna leave my dogs in San Diego with my ex. Before that, so from there, at some point, I do go back to Southern California, and there's a chance I stop through LA actually. Have a couple
Please let
friends
me know.
there. So if yeah, I haven't sorted out all my travel plans, but there is a chance I come through LA in the next few weeks or so.
That would be great.
So yeah, man, I'll let you know for sure.
All right. All right. Keep me informed. Let me know if you need any other help with anything.
Yeah, likewise. Appreciate
All
you.
right,
Appreciate you hopping on. Yeah, I'll shoot that form over to you and keep you posted. And dude, yeah, good catching up, man. Glad to hear you're doing well. Like glad the things are moving forward. Like you're getting momentum.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely.
that's exciting, man. Yeah. Seems like you're
Be
doing well.
well.
So take care.